Hi, welcome to Why This Now. Thanks for finding me on the YouTube channel or on Instagram, wherever it is you happen to locate this channel. And I would appreciate if you would subscribe and share this out, please. That would be awesome. It's Why This Now Duffy, Duffey, to share it out. You can copy the link also, however you choose to do that. I would love some likes and comments also. If you have some ideas of what you would like me to share, I would be happy to entertain some of those ideas. Just put those in the comments. Why this now started because I kept asking the question of this change last year, the beginning of 21, in my health and my career. I had to make some changes, and I kept going, why this now? Do you ever say that, even during your days? Why is this happening now? And so after talking to some friends and family members and grappling with this question of what this change was happening now and why was it happening now and what am I going to do with this now, it was really disturbing my joy and my peace and my hope. And I don't like to have those components of my life challenged. That's what my very basis of my life is. And so these people in my life were encouraging me to start this YouTube channel and share a little bit about the struggle, but then also share about some of the components of how I maintain joy, peace, and hope. And so that's what I've hoped to do in all of these videos that I've posted. I do have an intro video that you can go back and hear, the whole story and the details. I was doing that at the beginning of each of these videos, but I feel like my followers that I have, you don't need to hear that over and over again. But my new friends that you've just tuned in, please go back and check some of those past videos, and then you'll get all the down and dirty information from that. So then I was looking through one of my journals where I write ideas that either somebody has given me some ideas or we've had conversations. And I thought, you know what, I could write about that and share that because it seems to be a content that people are grappling with and want to be more reflective on what's going on in our world, especially the last few years where we've all been trying to figure out our emotional health and how that affects our physical health, how it affects our happiness and contentment, which are not the same thing. I'll talk about a little bit today. So that's where I have this journal that I write these ideas in. And so I was reviewing this week, going over some of my past topics to see if there was something that I could pull out that I had high views on. And so then in looking through that, I found one of my topics that I did not record. And I asked my sister, who watches all of them, so thank you so much, sister. And I said, did I record this? Because I don't see it in my library. And she said, no, you didn't. So here it is. So today's title is called Mehood or Otherhood. And in our world, and especially in America, we are very individuals and we honor independence. But sometimes those positive attributes, which those are, can be turned into something that becomes self-obsessed and selfish. And so I think we have to be very cognizant and pay attention to our actions and our thought processes and how we express our independence and individuality, while at the same time being in a more of a otherhood than in the mehood. And so one of the basics of our mehood is that we want to figure out, well, how can I benefit from what's going on right now? What is good for me right now in this? Why can't it be more like how I want it right now in this? And then what ends up happening a lot of times with that is we end up pulling back and isolating ourselves from others in whatever capacity. And isolation is not the way we were created. We were created to belong to others. And I do have a video on that. You can go check that too. But we were created to connect to others. And so being aware of if we're living in a mehood or otherhood, we can stay connected. And through being connected to others and making that eye contact with people, engaging in conversation through the day, as you do that, you're going to send that person away with a positive attitude, feeling better about themselves because you've taken the time to see them. And I know I've commented on that before, because that's one of the things that is very precious to me, is that when I am with people, I want them to know that I am present with them, that I care about them. And this moment that I am with them, I want to be fully in that moment. Am I always like that? No. Do I strive to be like that? Yes. And I do have people in my life that I'm accountable to, that I want them to help me remember to be that. And I encourage you to have those accountable partners also, accountability partners. And I did talk about that in one of my recent videos also. So then to move ourselves out of mehood, we have to kind of think about too, is the mehood, are we looking for a happiness now, or are we looking for a contentment? Because when you have a contentment, no matter what is going on in your life, then you develop a lifestyle of peace. Even chaos is going to come in our lives. Crisis is going to come in our lives. But that does not have to be the mode of operation of our life. So within those moments, to take that time to connect with others, to have that eye contact with others, and to develop that relationship in otherhood, so that you have this arsenal of what you can use to remain in otherhood and not let the mehood creep in. So it's that going on to moments when you are with people, even if it's just, passing somebody at the mail to go get mail, and you just say hi, good morning. You don't even have to continue and say, how are you? What are you doing today? Those kind of things, because depending on that person, that might just be creepy. But if it's someone you see often, someone in your neighborhood, or, I noticed you painted your house, and how did that go? Or just those conversations of engaging with people. I think it's very easy for us to get about our busy day and doing all the things for mehood and forget about the otherhood. And then, when we bring somebody into our moment and we stay with them and we send them on our way, and we know that we've made a difference. And whenever we do that, it cannot help but lift us up positively also. So I encourage you to take that moment to think about that after you've had that communication with a person and you've stepped out of your otherhood, and be aware that, that was that. That was otherhood. It was not mehood. Mehood can be a very lonely place, and there's nothing in our creation that tells us that we're supposed to be alone. Are people challenging at times? Absolutely. Sometimes we do have to be alone, but not look for places to be isolated from others. There is a difference. And I talked in that last video, the last 2-part video I did on chasing after hope. I do talk about that a little bit in there too. And so in closing, I just want to encourage you to think about what we've talked about today, apply some of those, see the person, ask the person questions, respond to their questions, be open to offering the otherhood and not stay in your mehood. Because when you do that, you will have your best life now as you live your why this now. And as always, all of these videos are to wish you joy, peace, and hope as you live your best life in your why this now. Thanks for joining me.